Hey everybody, Trevor Rice here. We're going to start a new series where I highlight and look back at some of my old Pokemon cards, sports cards. I've got a bunch of old football cards, a couple of basketball as well that we'll look at here on this channel. A new series where I'm just going to have one card at a time, basically, so that we can prolong this series as long as possible. And the first card that we're going to look at is a treat. So the first card we're going to look at in my series here is going to be my Shining Charizard that is from the Neo Destiny set, which was put out maybe back around 2000. It's been quite some time. And so this set was very popular, had a bunch of dark cards in it. I've got a couple of those that we'll look at in this series later on. But this Shining Charizard in particular, when I bought it, I actually purchased it for 40 bucks off of from a guy on eBay, and that investment turned out to go pretty well for me, considering the card boom a couple of years ago. You look at this card right now, it looks absolutely beautiful. Forgive the light right there. I'm going to turn this thing around, though, and actually show the backside of it. This thing is pretty spectacular, as there's not a whole lot going on with this thing. So, would it get a 10? Probably not. But it has a very good chance of at least getting a 9 or a 9.5. And some of the stuff you're seeing right here on this card is actually from the glass, or the case itself. Like, it's not actual damage or anything like that. It's just the protection of the case that it's in, and just a couple of marks right there. So the card is really clean. I think the centering as well, and this card, you know, in a first edition is going up for like 2,500 bucks online on average. This being a non-first edition, about 1,400 bucks. But this thing is absolutely beautiful, and I couldn't have asked for a better deal that I got. $40 I spent on this thing, like I said, from a guy on eBay, and he's probably hating himself right now. So if I were to get this thing graded a 10, value, who knows what it might be, but I think it could get pretty close. What do you guys think? Do you think it could get pretty close? I don't know. I think this is definitely an impressive card. Centering's good, looks clean. I think I can get at least a 9, 9.5. What do you guys think? Like I said, we're going to continue this series and look at more of my cards. I just wanted to show that one first, simply for the fact I think that's the cleanest card that I have as far as a chance to get a 10. And I've got a lot more, actually, that I feel like could get it, you know, pretty dang close. And we'll look at those over the next several weeks. But this will be the first episode of this series, and we're going to do it a lot more, as I'm going to highlight some of my card collection. We'll look at some football, basketball, things like that, and even more Pokemon. Obviously, these are some of the cards from my old collection that I'm digging out and starting to put cases on these things, simply for the fact I realize how much money they are worth. So as always, we tell you to be good to one another. Come back and say hi. Next video will probably be up in the next few days. Hopefully you can come back and see us. Thanks, guys.